Welcome you all. We are going to study about Stirling cycle. So this is the overview of this topic. So we are going to cover this mm, topic. Firstly, introduction. After that, idealized Stirling cycle, Stirling engine, a different Stirling engine, efficiency of Stirling in cycle, power and pressure of cycle, biomass CHP technology based on Stirling engines, common CHP configurations, application of Stirling engine, advantages, and lastly its disadvantages. So, firstly, we are going to study about its introduction. The compression and expansion of gas are done at constant temperature, known adiabatically as in the Otto cycle. It is used in external combustion engines, which means gas inside the cylinder is not used in the combustion process. First Stirling engine invented by Robert Stirling in 1816. So now we are going to study about idealized Stirling cycle. So as you can see a diagram showing the characteristics of idealized Stirling cycle. From 1 to 2, there is isothermal expansion, and in this heat, there is heat addition from external source. From 2 to 3, there is constant volume internal heat transfer from the gas to the regenerator. From 3 to 4, there is isothermal expansion, heat rejection to the external sink. From 4 to 1, volume heat transfer, internal heat transfer from the regenerator to the gas. Now we are going to study about what is Stirling engine. So Stirling engine is an engine which convert heat energy to mechanical power. So basically it convert one energy into another form of energy by compressing and expanding a fixed quantity of working fluid at different temperature. It also called external combustion engine. So you can see a diagram showing the working basic principle of Stirling engine. So next is a different Stirling engine. So basically there are two Stirling engine. First is alpha Stirling engine and another is beta Stirling engine. As you can see the diagram of these two Stirling engines and its different main parts. So next is efficiency of Stirling cycle. So basically efficiency is the ratio of output power to the input power, or it can also be defined as a ratio of the energy delivered by a machine to the energy needed in operating the machine. So in mathematically efficiency is equal to 1 minus delta QC divided by delta QH. This is a mathematical expression where delta QH is the energy taken from the source, and delta QC is the energy given to the sink. Or as I told you earlier, that it can also be written as output power to the input power. Next is power and pressure of cycle. So power of cycle depend on pressure inside the cylinder, volume and temperature. Mathematically, power can be written as F divided by A, where F is equal to force per Newton and A is equal to cross section area of piston per meter square. And pressure depend upon distance traveled by the piston. So pressure can be in mathematically pressure can be written as W cycle into RPM second, where W cycle is equal to energy of a cycle and RPM second is equal to rotational speed rounds per second. So next is biomass CHP technology based on Stirling engines. uh, a field test with 735 kilowatt engine has been initiated and first demonstration plant were put into operation in summer 2005. CHP is an energy efficient technology that generates electricity and captures the heat that would be wasted to provide useful thermal energy. CHP can achieve efficiency of over 80% compared to the 50% for typical technologies. Common CHP configuration. So you can see in this flow diagram. Firstly, the fuel is given as input to the engine or turbine that is coupled to the generator, and the generator as produce electricity as its output. The hot exhaust gases from the turbine can further also be used again to rotate the turbine. So this is the common CHP configuration. So next is the application of Stirling engines. So firstly, it can be used in automotive engines, electrical vehicles, aircraft engines, marine engines, pump engines, and it can be used in the power system, in solar power generation, nuclear power, combined heat and power. Next is heat and cooling. It can be used in Stirling cyclocooler, heat pump, portable refrigeration. Another advantage is low temperature difference engines. Some other application of Stirling engines are micro CHP, chip cooling, and desalination. So now we are going to study about its advantages. Firstly, it run directly on any available heat source. There is continuous combustion process can be used to supply heat. Another uh, advantage is that it requires less lubricant and lasts longer than engine. No valves are needed. The engine mechanism are simple than other reciprocating engine. It's extremely flexible. In its efficiency increases when pumping cold water. Waste heat is easily harvested, and the last is that it's start easily and run more efficiently in cold weather. So now we are going to discuss its disadvantages. uh, Firstly, greater volume and greater weight, so it's heavy in size, large in size. Another is its cost, it's higher economic cost of the engine. Another disadvantage is the Stirling engine have a lower start, so we require starters to start it. It's more dangerous. Heat transfer with a gas are delicate, and the lack of flexibility. So this is the end of my presentation. Hope you like this video. Thank you all.